Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Terminator Dark Fate. That was not good. Anyways, this is going to be our no spoiler review. We will talk about this movie we just saw with no spoilers. If we accidentally spoil something, we will cut it out. And
God.
I know, right? And we will have a spoiler review up later today or tomorrow, however you want to look at it. Later on Friday. It usually comes out about 6 p.m. on Fridays before our live stream at 7, where we will be celebrating Terminator Dark Fate by watching the Asylum film The Terminators from 2009, followed by Cyborg X from 2017, starring Danny Trejo. So
glad you can't go hold that Bollywood version of Terminator.
Yeah.
It is insanity.
Yeah, maybe one of these days. But anyways, so we're going to do that. We're going to talk no spoilers, and we're going to tell you about this movie. So just real quick, before we jump into it, though, a couple things. Don't consider ourselves critics. We're just people that like movies, want to geek out about movies and talk about them and stuff. So we're coming at it from that perspective, and we are straight out of the theater. We just drove away from the theater, and that's about it. So we're pretty fresh out of there. And we got us a little something here, too, that after we give you our initial ideas, we'll do a little unboxing here. We got us an IMAX, because we saw it in IMAX. We got us a little IMAX gift. Yep. So the only other thing then is just the history. I just finished last night part 5, so I did an entire rewatch. Terminator 1, Terminator 2, the director's cut, Terminator 3, Terminator 4, Terminator 5. Mm-hmm. Of course, love the originals. Actually, I've always liked 3, 4, and 5, but 3 and 4 I think have aged well with time, and I really love them. And 5 has not aged well with time for a lot of other reasons that you can find out, because I will have Patreon reviews out for all of those, either today, tomorrow, Friday, or over the course of the weekend. Plus, Patreon, I have a Star Wars Episode 1 commentary, and that's going to be for free starting on Friday. So you want to click over to my Patreon and look that up. Mm-hmm. Okay, that being said, your Terminator experience.
I've seen 1 and 2.
Right, and you had only recently seen 1.
Yeah.
So she had seen 2 long ago with 1. Although your joke, which about Doogie Howser fanfic, still cracks me up. All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, Terminator Dark Fate is actually awesome. I imagine the divisiveness that I'm hearing apparently that happens, or the people calling this thing a train wreck, and it makes sense. I've seen some of the stuff these people put out. They're just mad it's a bunch of ladies. Now, not everybody. I'm not talking about, like, some of you are going to not like this for other reasons than that. I'm not talking to you. Mm-hmm. But I guarantee a substantial chunk of the people that are trying to crap on this movie is just because it's too girl power or something. And I'm like, how much gay porn do you all want? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
you already got to see Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first one.
Yep. Arnold Cage.
Kira or Natalie? Anyways, all right. So really, really enjoyed it, and we'll get more detailed. But yeah, what'd you think?
No, I really, really enjoyed it. I came in with fairly low expectations because I didn't watch 3 through 5, but I
which
know
don't matter to this at all, by the way.
Take his word for it.
Yeah. They're worth watching. They still count in the timey-wimey Terminator universe, but to watch this one, you really only need the first 2.
But it seemed to me I'd heard a lot of meh about those, so I was like, okay, well, this one may be meh too, so...
Yeah, and again, so long later, James Cameron coming back just as a producer, there were reasons to wonder or doubt, but Tim Miller as a director has done a fantastic job, because even if you don't like it as a Terminator movie, as an action movie, you can't deny that this thing was relentless, and a great pacing to it, and Diego Luna, or is it
I think it's Diego Luna.
Yeah, Ghost Rider was an amazing Terminator. That Rev 9 is really kind of cool. I love what they do with that thing.
Yeah, is that just REV?
I believe so. That's the way I'm hearing it. And then one of the things I really, really liked about the action and the fights in this is, like, the hits. They felt weighty, weighty. Like, you felt the hits. Mm-hmm. Like, every time they're smashing a Terminator with, like, a sledgehammer or something, or, flipping for people. Or
or somebody's getting thrown to a wall or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, like, you just feel the hits. Like, it feels visceral.
Because I felt myself tensing up, going, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, God, that's got to hurt. You know? And, of course, we're not going to spoil any of the stuff with Arnold here. But I really, really like what they did with his character. Mm-hmm. And I do think it's pretty interesting. And I think they actually found a really neat way to give him a character and actually have some story with that. So that was pretty cool. And Linda Hamilton, thank you for coming back, because she is amazing in this. That old grizzled, just so sick of it all.
And I love the fact that she is allowed to be old and grizzled and still kick ass.
Yeah, and they didn't like make her Superwoman. Like, she takes some hits and she gets put down a time or two. You know, I mean, you know, they do show that she is still human and whatnot in that regard. So I mean, that was really nice, and I think she was great. Like, I just liked the attitude she had in this, just the tired of it all and like whatever kind of thing she was going on with. So that was cool. The main new girl that we don't really want to reveal any of the secrets of what's going on with her, Mackenzie Davis, I believe, plays her. The short hair blonde. I think she's really good in this.
That one.
Yeah.
There's two new girls.
That's why I tried to explain. I was trying to clarify because I was going to talk about the other one as well.
Okay.
Mackenzie Davis, I think she did a fantastic job in this. I really liked her character.
She did a lot of training.
Yeah, okay. You can tell because her fight work in this is fantastic. Her performance, her intensity is great. The other girl, the one that, you know, is kind of the MacGuffin sort of the movie.
Danny.
Give or take. Yeah, Danny, thank you. I really liked her in the beginning, but as it goes on, she's not bad by any means, and I think it's more in the writing, not so much in the performance. Maybe one of my minor gripes about the movie is she's kind of generic. She kind of becomes generic. I think when she was just her normal self in her normal life and stuff, I think she was more interesting, and then she just kind of becomes a plot point, and I don't know. She didn't stand out to me too much, but I still liked what they did with her character. I just feel like they could have maybe, I don't know. And I might just be nitpicking. Again, straight out of the theater, I'm still processing.
I think that has more to do with, given who she's surrounded by and her experience level at the time.
She's just overshadowed. Yeah, I can see that. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. I do like that they touch on a lot of modern things going on. You know, that's kind of cool. And like,
you want to do what? Where? What?
Right. And then the whole idea of how everything is so interconnected these days in technology. Yeah. I like what they do with the future story arc of things. And there's one thing that I want to talk about in spoilers that maybe they could have gone a little, I would like them to investigate it a little bit more, because they kind of hinted at it, but it was so brief in the middle of a fight and then it never really comes up again. It wasn't even spoken. It was just a look at something. And I haven't even mentioned it to you. So you don't need to try to think about what maybe I said it or something.
Yeah. I've got something. It's not really a spoiler, but I'll do it in spoilers anyway.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Music was great. I love that they did the Terminator themes, and they did them in kind of a flamenco guitar. Is it flamenco or flamingo? I think it's flamenco.
Flamenco. Yes.
Yeah. Guitar, kind of that Spanish music style. Right. I know that, but I just yeah. John Waters, baby. I know my stuff. Pink flamingos.
Were there actual flamingos involved?
No, but I mean, I know what it. No post-credit scenes, so you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else?
How long was that movie?
It was like maybe 2 hours and 4 minutes or something.
It flies, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it starts and it does not stop. It really is more akin to the original Terminator in that sense, but I do think they did a great blend of that intensity, the R-ratedness, the horror, the violence of the original Terminator, but actually gave you some of that more epic scope and epic story of T2 and made a really great continuation to this. I wouldn't say this necessarily, you can view this as a trilogy, but I don't think if you look at this as a trilogy that it's a strong ending to a trilogy. It totally works as an ending to a trilogy. I know they're talking about they'd like to make a trilogy of these. So, I mean, you just got to think of it as more of a franchise. Don't be looking for some absolute closure of everything and every detail. It's not trying to wrap up everything from 1 and 2 into something.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
Well, that's Terminator in general. And that's why I say you can ignore 3, 4, and 5, but at the same time, they still exist. It's just, you think the Halloween continuity right now is confusing. Like, man, even the doctor would be like, what now? Cannot compute. So all that's really great. Visual effects were fantastic. Practical effects. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing this again and again. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah. I don't mind watching it again. Maybe we're not right this minute.
Well, yeah. There are some movies, most movies, I wouldn't want to watch immediately again right after. I want to think about them and have something to look for or whatever. But yeah, so it's definitely something to watch again, but it's not like a Star Wars I could probably watch back to back.
So when the next one comes out.
If this one does well, we'll see. Because
this
again,
one will do fun.
It should, but then again, you got all these people out there that are like, oh, it's a train wreck and it's garbage. And I'm like, listen, I can see that maybe you didn't like it didn't work for you. But to be calling it like a total failure, a disaster, and a train wreck, and a mess of a movie,
yeah,
I don't get that at all. It's at least at the minimum, it's very solidly put together. You know, it's in daft hands that know what they're doing.
Even if you don't like it as a Terminator movie, it is a solid action movie.
Yeah, so I mean, because I'm not sitting here trying to say you should think like we do. No, of course have your own opinions, but I just do not understand why some people are just that hard on it. You know, so that's kind of crazy. But yeah, so I think that's mostly our thoughts. But we're gonna do a quick unboxing, and I want to tell you one other thing that hopefully happens at your theater and why you want to see this in IMAX.
Oh God.
Because the movie itself, yeah, that's the reaction that the internet wants. Thank you. I'm gonna get a lot of crap for it. I'm gonna get more crap than I would because now they think that's how you react.
Because it's because this is like my 5th time hearing it tonight.
That's fair. I had to go tell everybody that works in the theater so they would know this. They can go check this out because I don't know if it's everybody's theater or at everybody's IMAX. But they did play the Star Wars trailer. Well, first off, Terminator in IMAX. I mean, if you just want a bigger screen, awesome sound experience, sure. But I don't know that there's really anything specific in there that, you know. I mean, don't watch a movie. You don't want to watch this on a phone, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm glad.
Theater will be fine.
Yeah, but I'm glad we saw it in IMAX, and especially because they played a Star Wars trailer, and it wasn't the new Rise of Skywalker trailer. I keep wanting to call it Revenge of the Sith. It was, oddly enough, that Comic-Con trailer. That you never see like things like that, or it wasn't Comic-Con, was it? It was actually the Disney Plus, whatever. It was the Star Wars one of those.
Saying Comic-Con. Also.
Yeah, I know, but it was a con trailer. The one where they had all the footage from the original trilogy, and then the prequel trilogy into the sequel trilogy. So of course, as soon as it pops on, and that music starts, and I'm looking at Luke Skywalker, looking at the twin sons of Tatooine going down. And not just seeing original Star Wars on the big screen again unexpectedly, but original trilogy in IMAX. You're killing me. In IMAX, though. I mean, how am I not supposed to break? And you see the walkers. I'm going to get more detailed now. You see the walkers from Empire in IMAX. You see Darth Vader and Luke crossing blades in front of Palpatine in IMAX. Even the prequel stuff, Darth Maul igniting his saber. I got to see original trilogy Star Wars stuff in IMAX. What? What? Okay. So, seriously, like, I would pretty much, because I'm such a super nerd about this, I would pay tickets just to go see that trailer again. I'm like, you know, why didn't they actually do, like, I know they're doing the fan event with Star Wars where they're playing all 8 movies, but like, why didn't they just, like, each week leading up to the new Star Wars be like, all right, for this week only, Phantom Menace in IMAX, and then the next week, Attack of the Clones in IMAX, you know, just build all the way, because I'd be at the theater every week for it. Okay.
You would.
That said, we're not here for a Star Wars video, even though it's like 3 minutes. Let's see what this little thing is.
There's a little window.
I know, but I can barely see in there. Mary got one too, so this was like opening night.
I've looked in the window.
Yeah, but I still couldn't quite make it out. I'm pretty sure it's just a little, it's pretty much what the picture is, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks for the confirmation before we get to the unboxing.
Sorry.
Oh, actually, no, that's cooler than what, it's actually, ooh, that's nice. There's also paper in there, but, oh, that's cool. I imagine everybody gets the same one.
Yeah, it's just a choking hazard, I think.
Okay. But
I can find something in English on here. Jesus. There we go. Not suitable for children under 3 years due to small parts. Please retain this information for future reference. It's tiny. Don't let your toddlers eat it. That's all you need to know.
There we go. Nope. You gotta block your face so they can see it. That's really cool, actually. That's probably one of the best IMAX giveaways, honestly.
Yeah, actually.
Because usually it's like a coin or a poster or a ticket kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So to actually have something that I'll go home and put on my desk, that's really cool.
I always thought that was an interesting design choice with the hollow head.
Yeah. Well, I like that too. Well, let's hold on. I feel that, not that that's a spoiler because that's in the trailers,
Yeah.
but I feel like we're going down a line that would accidentally cause us to start mentioning spoilers because I want to talk about purpose of design in spoilers.
Okay.
So, okay, there you go. That's our thoughts on Terminator Dark Fate. Again, careful in the comments in case people are just excited and accidentally spoil down here, but you know, you can let us know if you're going to go or whatnot. You can also click the thumbs up button and give us that good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. Check out the Stardust app or my Patreon. Look up TheEricButts or use the link in the description below. And now we're going to get out of here so we can go watch some more stuff. And we'll be back.